said, let me go now to the big house.
At that time, mobile romance here.
At that time, the mobile phones were not abundant as today.
Kabirum futa fire service bundada do.
When I got up to the gate of the fire service, I met youths gathered there. There were many.
So that taxi driver,
I didn't ask the taxi driver what was happening.
Fire service,
He said to me, the fire officers beat one young person, but he's dead. I asked him, which young man, do you know his name? He said to me, he does not know his name. So I continued that way up to the house.
Mr. Barry, I'm sorry to interrupt you. Before you move on to when you arrived at your family compound, just tell us what you observed about the environment at the fire service station. What were the people there doing?
Ako janibe futala ila alla korda kono. Ifutata fire service to momenna. Alafta ya fo nye yeje tara nyaming ye molu menu tara je ibe nyadile anibe mune kekang.
When
I got there, I found many youths, and they were throwing stones at the fire service. There was a lot of commotion there, serious commotion. Some people were running, and they were throwing stones. Yes.
And do you know why the youths were behaving in this manner?
Akofoyalo ne muna na funding ke ulube o manya ke kanje o tembo.
I'm going to driver explaining go fire service didn't fire.
Just as the driver explained to me that the fire officers killed one child. So I think that is the reason for that behavior.
Are you saying that their behavior was in protest against the death of the youth that was killed?
Ako amunta walawo mamango elawo balambaya wo funding ke wala sayale ya sabu ulube o manya la fire service la kordato tembo.
Yes.
Kindly tell us what happened after you arrived at your family compound.
Tunsilang afonya mbiri bota je futata la suoko no muneketa.
When I arrived, I found many people in the compound. I saw vehicles parked outside. And there was a lot of hailing. When my mother saw me, she said to me, Memba, she said to me, your brother is dead. But she did not elaborate because at that time she was distressed.
Did she tell you which brother was dead?
Amafe idoma jumale banta.
She said to me, Burama. That's how we called him at the home. She told me that Burama is dead.
Was Ibrahima, otherwise known as Burama, younger or older than you?
Ako Ibrahima ka fatale bam Burama andum fana mfo atele siate eti bam fo atele siatati.
No, tell siatati bakele fa. Ibrahima kumandi Burama.
I am older than him by far, but we called him Burama.
How old was he at the time of his death?
Atebe banna tumome na utumu aisanji jelle soto.
Maybe 15 years.
At that time, I can say he would be about 15 years or so.
Do you remember the date?
No, I cannot recall the date.
Can you recall which year?
2000.
It was 2000.
Do you know if it was around March 2000?
March karolemban 2000 sankon.
March or April.
It's either March or April.
Please tell us what happened after you were informed that your younger brother Ibrahima passed away.
Sayang afonyang biriye nyin kibaro dilako idoma Ibrahima bari wale banta sayang wo be ko la munena take.
Asino warta bakala because ni mem to ko Ibrahima bari.
That sadness was too much. For someone like Ibrahima Barry, who a young child, almost 15 years. He has not started anything yet in his lifetime. For you to be informed that he has been beaten to death, that sadness is too much.
Please tell us how you came to know he had been beaten to death, because you haven't told us that yet.
Saying a funny kibaro nyum frate manyadi le kafoko ya bute le foya fa jumale killing yo for ya kadu imo for ila sadaroko.
Okay, mfamala kuma kwa mfonye.
This was narrated to me by my father. When I got home that night, he called me inside the room and he explained this to me. He said he was in the market because the market is not far away from the fire service station. He said that they called him from the market and told him that Ibrahim had an issue with one of his teachers and that he had been taken to the fire station. He said so he left that way and went there. He said when he arrived, he found Ibrahim squatting and crying. Then he said to the fire service officers that they should release the boy to go home with him. They said that they will not release him until they shave off his hair. He said so. He also left Ibrahim with them and went away.
Mr. Barry, can I just kindly ask you some follow-up questions? You mentioned that Ibrahim Barry had issues at school. Can you tell us whether your father informed you what these issues were?
Ako ina mana tente ngalafte nyini kala wairi ifama nyina foko Ibrahima anin ayakule soto karambungo to anin karamundo moro nyin fo ayo fana mfene ko nyin keta nyamin karambungo to bang.
At that instant, he did not tell me. All he told me that was that he had an issue and he took him to the fire station.
Do you remember what school Ibrahim went to?
Methodist secondary school, but the Foster school.
Yes, Methodist secondary school, but the school is also called Foster Secondary School.
And where was this school situated at?
It was facing the fire station.
And in which region or district?
It's in Brikama.
Do you know or remember the name of the principal at the time of the school?
Yes, he was called Foster.
When your father went to the fire station, as he narrated, did he tell you the names of the fire service personnel that he spoke to?
Fire service officer to proka funyili dindingu diala ibalanda akobitu wotembo fire service menu bedu ko laje fo ke banyi mawlu tolu longa mawlu tolu fanam foete fana yebang.
No, he did not tell me those names.
Did he tell you how many of them he encountered?
Fama fo fanang fire service lu mojel le bije ay menu taraje.
He did not also tell me what number of fire officers he met, but I know there were many.
And apart from observing that Ibrahim was crying and squatting, did he tell you anything else about the condition that he met Ibrahim in?
Ibrahim tarale ya nyonkotondi abe kumbo kang. Fo ala korosiroto ay Ibrahim je nyaado le nyama ala jato be nyamenga na abe tembeda mento fa amam femfo wo fananto bangala korosiroto.
Ala korosiro wala ndiko emo momela yatra jabu kumbol ga isalam kule katana
His observation is that when you find somebody in that situation crying and squatting, you could tell that he's been put into some things that are not under his liking. He was not under him controlling himself.
Can you just elaborate more on that so that we can understand what you mean?
Ako foisi woto seneandi dobandi mpurun sa faham kumo koto momenti ko faye Ibrahim tara tembeda men.
Fama Ibrahima aka Ibrahima traba jongo derinde.
He said he found Ibrahima squatted
Abu kumbola.
and he was crying. Yes.
Did it look like he was being punished?
For amuluntele bang ya kulu nyale mabang menketa tajriyati.
Wala punishment ale mo tradulade bo ma ala halola salam ko biro amantra france wala.
That is the punishment. If you find someone in that situation, obviously you can tell that that is not something they are doing as far as something that they will for themselves.
Can you tell us what happened after your father left the fire service that day?
Akobitum foisi tenten ya fonye bring fama bota fire service wolungula mune nata bula wonoma mune keta.
Okay, karab kam fama bora yo wala sete sokono.
When my father left that evening, he returned home.
So Ibrahima na sokono.
Then Ibrahima came home. But he said he came home looking very tired.
Because I even
such that even to zip his trousers, he was unable to. He said that the guys punished him. He said whether a cement bag, that he was made to carry that. Because one of his hands was not very strong. So he disturbed them a lot in the night in the house after he was released. So in that situation, he was taken to the hospital. And that was where he died.
Do you remember how he came back home? Because you mentioned that he looked very tired. Do you remember how Ibrahim actually came home? Who brought him?
Ko hakilo sibulala Ibrahima sela nan sokono ala manakibo wa Kenya balu abe tembeda jumale to utumo fodum wayre yenyum foko kabe batarin na duniyaje salon kabe batarin ne fo mo sala ko fono nyaadi la be tembeda ben to be sela nan sokono tumo me
wudla kay ala batarun na because he
came tired, but I cannot shed more light on how he came.
Yes, we understand that this is information that you were being given by your father. Is that correct?
Ako mutonya altikado nyimfahamu talako kibaro membe iteba fokan ifamale yo kumulu foyi.
Yes.
And what other information did your father give you about the condition that Ibrahim was? I understand he was exhausted. He looked like he was very weak. But what about the condition of his physical body? Did he tell you anything about that?
Ako kola fokibar do bijele bang ifa mem foye Ibrahim la Kenya to kabiringa balajato la karola katu ko abe sela non tumo menna abe bataring andungo tumo amunta momen firo banta be damin fodum wo be Kenya keta nyamin fo ita fanana ala makangulu to fa kuma do fo ne me yalon ko lekita Ibrahim la kolu Kenyati bira seta nan wotumo
Ibrahim krana la sugrama fansuru no badala bagale.
When he came home, he was not himself. He was very tired. He could not even button his trouser or zip his trouser. People had to assist him. And he was constantly crying. That this is what my father narrated.
You also mentioned that one of Ibrahim's hands was not very good. Can you please explain that more for us?
Ko nyim fanam ko Ibrahima bulu kilimo mambete yawo mu kumeri neti wala fo isya Kenya fonye ne o keta nyamen.
Okay, alo bulo amara bulo lem.
That hand was his left hand. They were playing football and he fell and broke his hand. And after that hand was not strong. Even if you see the hand, you could tell that the hand once had a problem. But that happened a long time ago before this incident.
Did you see Ibrahim before he passed away?
Ibrahim jele bang janning abe fala o watola.
The 2 days still full not family visit la nu suokono.
I came on a family visit.
almost media for 6 days.
I was there for almost 6 days.
So nyanda kamuru Makati.
So I was supposed to return to Makati.
Amde ko somale nyanda kamuru gularo.
I was to go back the following day, and in the evening,
Ibrahim fonda benda suko na dal ko nyeko mako $150 la.
I met with him that evening in the house, and he told me to assist him with $150.
Ko kra picnic la next week.
That they had a picnic the following week.
Ngai ko wonde debu de ba ndebe sela so me ko fonte.
I said to him, I don't have that money with me. You waited until I'm about to leave tomorrow, and now you are requesting for this money?
So $100 odi dala.
So I gave him $100.
E karum fano kra nde seta.
So the next morning, I went home.
How did he appear to you? How did he appear to you at that point?
Ako tembo ina betalala tumomeng abe nyadi le ala hadamayatu.
Usman kala even kundi mo Usman kala. Jado be kendari.
He had nothing, no problem at all, no headache, nothing. His health was okay.
So just kindly tell us what happened after he passed away.
Sayang bitong isa asatan yang wairi te futata jele yata e bade okay ko ma sayang wo be kol nata bula nyadi bula nyono ma nyadi le ya asatan yang wonya.
Ne kuma conseil ganyen.
Ako wairi te nata le yata hani bade o fanga kete koma so kolu nata bula nyono ma nyaming ite futata nje kola lafta yole fanan satan nye fon salon kolu kete nyaming.
And say madula famde.
Hani yalo ite nata le iko yatar le ye bade okay. Yo silang kolu nata bula nyono ma nyaming brite futata je ye kolu tara nyaming sayang alafta yoto le fonyeng ye kolu tara je nyaming sokono kolu belari nyokom nyaming alafta yo le fonye ye kolu tara sokono nyaming
ye kay sokono ngomol tara siarin gam def futata mo be siarin jelle.
When I got to get home, I found many people.
Kumbol kita bolbe boyla yana.
People were crying, some were falling there and here and there.
Can you tell us what the reaction of your father was to Ibrahim's death?
Ako ifama afang Ibrahim la saya afai alifaya ta nyadile.
Akadam fama di sunu balde.
It was a source of great sadness for my father.
Ibrahim akada dinne fama yakanu bake.
Because Ibrahim is someone that my father loved so much.
Ro kadam fama la moyal nata finge atlata bakale.
After that, my father lost a lot of his composure. Until that led to a sickness for him. It led to his death.
When did your father pass away?
Ako ifa banta wati jumale.
Okay, mfama ba ani Ibrahim la ba sanji flow sorol sai sanji flow be temal dal.
About two years shortly after the death of my brother.
And how did Ibrahim Bari's mother react to his death?
Ibrahim Bari bama fanang ay Ibrahim la saya ta nyadile.
O fana ku kilo re bama sasa bama moyal fana minyo bama fonta grawta fam.
Same thing, sickness, loss of composure. In fact, the mother's situation was even worse. Because that happened, and within a year, the mother died.
And you're saying that the death of Ibrahim's mother and father were a direct cause of the circumstances leading to Ibrahim's death?
Ako amunta ifama aning Ibrahim Bama ila saya abe mosa fono Ibrahim la saya fongle sababu ya sabu fo beketa fo mosa ajeno wala nyama bang.
If anyone is to say it, that is the reason.
And how did you react to Ibrahim's death? What was your relationship with Ibrahim?
Ite fongo ye Ibrahim la saya ta nyadile ite fongo ni Ibrahim temo be nyadile wotumo.
I felt it so much because we have a lot of things that we do together. He shows he respected me so much. Even if he's about to do something, I am the one that they usually call. And I am the one who used to sit him down and advise him. His death caused me a lot of sadness. It disturbed me a lot.
Efo jana be sanjo fo sila.
So me, even before it took a year,
Asundo dunda na bakele.
that sadness got into me so much.
Amining alal demaro rek.
But through the help of God,
Tusman na kenedal.
nothing happened to me.
And can you describe how Ibrahima was as a child? Would you describe him as a mischievous child, a stubborn child, or well-behaved child?
Ako Ibrahima ala dindi ya wuce okono ite safono nyaadile dindi ngolo men kungo jata bang wala dindi ngolo men kango jata wala dindi non men sono yata hadama yata ite sa ala kulu fono nyaadile.
Ibrahim kala dindi Ibrahim ma kan soro.
He was not the troublesome type.
Ibrahim dindi kuluru mbalti.
He was a well-behaved child.
Ibrahim ala kunjande to moto folono.
Nobody can talk about his stubbornness. I have never experienced that, or nobody has ever come to the house to complain about his stubbornness.
So Ibrahima
was a child that was well behaved, and he respects and honors his elders. In my house, nobody has ever come to complain about Ibrahima's attitude.
After Ibrahima died, did the authorities do anything to those who were responsible for his death?
During Ibrahima Banta, silang mansakundala karola nyaton kolu fo ye kule ke bang wala ye kuta mandila bang Ibrahima la saya kola.
They did nothing about it.
Did your family report the matter to the police?
Fodung Allah dimbaya mulu badingulu ya kumo futandele police olu mabang.
No,
I am not aware.
Can you tell me whether the fire service personnel, if anything happened to them?
So fire service olu menne Ibrahima fa fodung ila londo to kuketa wulula le bang.
At that time, I came to hear that some were under custody. But after that, I did not hear anything about them again.
So it is correct that the authorities did know about Ibrahima's death and the circumstances relating to it.
Muto nyalti ko nyaton kolu menu marta kola e bota Ibrahima la saya kalamale ya lonne menketa kolu tamata wala nyama.
Ya kalamtale.
Yes, they were aware.
After Ibrahima died in March 2000, can you remember if anything happened around April 2000?
During Ibrahima fata March karo kono 2000 fo isibo nyin kalama bang April karo kono 2000 fo ku ketale bang.
Wakola nara moiko warinde muta bolongono.
Yes, after that, after a short while, I returned back to the provinces.
Westfield.
Then I came to hear that at the Westfield, that students converged there, that they were going to conduct a demonstration, and that someone came to die there, that one of the students was shot and killed. Even in Makati, where I was, the students also had a demonstration there.
Do you know why they were demonstrating?
Yes, the reason is because of the death of Ibrahima.
Can you tell us what happened? Where were you posted? Sorry, where were you posted?
Makati.
In Makati.
Did anything happen in Makati in particular?
Yes.
Please tell us what happened.
Because the students also had a demonstration there. At the Gamtel, where they also touched. They also cut off the rope of the ferry.
Ah.
Yes.
You mentioned that they touched Gamtel. I mean, I don't know if it's true, the interpretation. What do you mean by that?
Yenyum foko eko ye Gamtel fana male ye jema nyadi le pour assisena.
Ibulalete bundalte.
They broke places, broke the door.
I didn't telephone booth member yetinya.
And they also destroyed the telephone booths that were there.
Are you referring to any particular students from any school?
Akofo ese afono talibe jumanyol le mballa bota karambu jumanyol le to.
Amitage dinol.
These were the students of Armitage.
Did anything happen in Birkama? Was there any protest in Birkama where Ibrahima died?
Ako Birkama sate o fanto Ibrahima fata damim fo talibol ye nyi nyom mamang kewto le fanam bang ila kara ila londoto.
Ante lume lembe futala yogolo ya mamang ke lume kama na bolon kono kana sangadula.
The day that I came from the provinces, coming for the burial, there was a protest.
You did mention that. I am talking about the 10th and 11th of April 2000, around that time. Did anything in particular happen in Birkama?
Ako abe April karotil tangole ma anen karotil tanin kilingo 2000 sa kono Birkama sa do kono ko misal kama talibol foyo nyom mamang jele wala ku keta jele bang.
Because I
cannot say that because after the whole burial, I returned back to the provinces.
Did you receive any information to suggest that the protesters came to your family compound to see your family members?
Fo iman kibaru soto fananka foko balanna lu talibolu men yo mammanke fo inatale alla korda fangoto bang pour kana je ke la balambaya ni la kamfa itani fo manna alla soto bang.
Okay, no kibaru fana mwele.
Yes, I got that information.
They
said they came there.
Do you know what they came to do there?
Fo alone inata je tu momena inata mune fo wala ye mune keje.
Just to express their condolences to the family.
Can you tell us if you know what happened to some of the students that were protesting in the different parts of the country that you mentioned?
Foisi femfono nyana fanang talibol la karola kato talibolu ya mamanke dinkira jamal leto banko kan fo wala o mamanko no fo isinyi moy ka fo ku keta talibol la le dinkiral to kata bang fo isi o fanang fahamule ya fo no nyabang.
Okay, Makata
for the one in Makati. Some were taken to the prison there.
What about the other parts of the country? Do you know what happened to students there?
Bankola karakotengol la fo isenyi moy fo menketa talibol la dinkiral to kata fo isa kuma moy bang.
I heard that some were shot. Some got injured. Some died. Some were at the hospital.
And those that were taken to prison in Makati, can you tell us the name of the prison?
This was the Janjambure prison.
Do you know if the proper procedure was applied to these students who were taken to Janjangbure prisons?
Foya lonne bang ye kulu tamandi nyame ye kaitole dada ni be mo mutala koy ni anta mutala menni silo tata foye mutawo sila tilindingole kambanka foye mutaye kuleke ka ila kaitole dada fodum ye muta nyadile
ni omanke ni sila tilindingole manta.
No, it was not in line with procedure.
As a police officer, can you tell us what the proper procedure would have been before you take anybody to prison, let alone children?
Yo, sayang ala yake itafamu police hold. Niye mnibe momutala ala muto kake nyameng anin sart men sarto tata nyola. So prisio bonye nyoto nyin dindingo luta keta nyameng. Sako dindingo ina mano mutaka samba kasola sarto liye kumalle fo anyanta kela nyameng. Fo anyanta kela nyadi le katu itafamu police hold.
Dindingo la karola.
On the side of the young men.
Enibe kukela folo.
Before you do anything,
you
have to call the parents.
After
you call the parents,
Afanya kataraji wala ba sa taraji.
Either the father or the mother is there.
Yala kuma kan tawul nyala.
You take his or her statement in their presence.
Ani luaf na tumi menna.
And also the accusations leveled against the individual. All those have to be narrated and explained to the parents present. This is what you do if it is a case of a child. Before you take them before the courts.
And in the case of the child, after you take them to court and they are found wanting, which prison are they normally taken to?
Dindingol la karola ningo nyongo keta ye samba hanfo ye kitindi misali kama folua ye muta inyante samba la kaso jumale la wotembo.
Juvenile prison, member Joshua.
The juvenile prison in Joshua.
Do you know if Janjangbure prison is a juvenile prison?
Ako fodung yalon ne bang Janjangbure yo bunda fanan sotole ka dindingulu samba kasola dame ka fadame juvenile prison to Babu County.
Imbekale wato mena Janjangbure bang juvenile prison soto.
At the time that this incident occurred, Janjangbure prison did not have a juvenile wing.
So it is correct to say that these children were being interrogated without their parents being present. They were not charged for any offense, were not taken to court, but rather taken to an adult prison, which was not even also appropriate in those circumstances.
Amunta ye nyindindi ngulumuta tumomenna sarto ya fanyami ye nyininkale iwulula lutije ye kuolu tamandi menni sarto lumanta nyola wokola ye muta ye samba kaso la ke balu nyanta tala kaso menna kuolu be manta silola ime kitindi fananke samba kiti bundala ye mutale dro ye samba ke ba kasola adungo fanamu kuleti me yalonko anin sartol manta nyola ko luaya fo nyamin fo bitung keta wole nyama bang.
Wole keta.
Yes, that was what happened.
Do you know which of the authorities or security forces that actually took these children to prison?
Foya lon na bang. Police bang wala army ba wala na kanto nin tankada do kulalu jumanyo le nyin dindingulu mutake samba kasola.
It was the soldiers.
In your experience as a police officer, would that be the normal procedure for soldiers to take inmates to prison or convicted people to prison?
Fodu nkato ite famu police wolti ila jero ni londo to fodu woni silol tata le sojaro li din molu muta sako dindingulu ke mutawo nyadoron ke samba kasola fodu wala musiloti bang.
No, that is not the procedure. That is not even their responsibility.
Whose responsibility is it?
That is the work of the policeman.
Just to conclude, can you just tell us the impact Ibrahim's death has had on your family as well as the community of Birkama, and if you know what impact in general it has had all over the country?
Fobitung purkana kumolu bang Ibrahim la saya keta nyaming ay munesi ite kumuning alla dimbaya luning alla korda moluma aning jama mulu menu be kabirim Birkama sate okono fokata banko karo bela alla saya nya alla ko lanya mu mantora le si moluma banko kan.
Ibrahim la saya allowed that without any offsprings. There is nothing you left behind. That can be remember you tomorrow. If you had a child, no matter what the situation is, once in a while people will say this is the late so and so's child. But if you don't have that, sometimes people forget about your issue. So Ibrahim's issue is a very sad one. It even made so that even my parents
kono bake.
They came to experience a lot of hardship at the time.
Barata bake le.
They suffered a lot.
Fama kata sirna bu diamula fon sometimes.
My father used to sit and be talking to himself sometimes.
Atla diamula fon rek. Bake le.
And that saddened me a lot.
Sunu bake.
Saddened me a lot.
You know wem to ko Ibrahima.
A child such as Ibrahima,
Tawo nyama.
just to depart like that,
Fenta koma.
nothing he has left behind.
Fanega ama kundu amanna kundu nyama.
Even his youth, he has not completed it in any way. What he was to become tomorrow, no one can tell. And it's a sad thing for this country.
To date, do you know if anybody has been held responsible for what happened to Ibrahim Abari?
Fokana bula bila. Foisi bunyin kala mabang. Ye mo sotole memmuta wala kaf mo tumi ka foko. Nyille mu sababu timenkata Ibrahim ala sayat.
Sababu wala le.
Yes, there's a reason for it.
Go fire official.
Because they said it was the fire officers.
And Ibrahim found out from fire official.
And Ibrahim himself said to my father that it was the fire officers. And he told my younger brothers. So there's a reason for it.
La nyinin karo mnyere fo inata mo mutale ka fo bon nyile nyimbaro ke wala ye mutumi ka fa ka foko nyile Ibrahim Abari fa wala kusina ke imari wolula fo isi bo kala mabang
I have not seen it with my own eyes, but I used to hear that some people were being arrested.
Do you know if they were ever tried or were they actually held responsible in a court of law for what they did?
Fo manyin kibaro moy wala ka bo kala mako fo nyim molu mutale ye kitindi ilaw baro kambang wala kana foko nyille mu moluti menno keta sababoti men keta Ibrahim ala sayati fo kusina tama ila kuoto fo imam wo bo kalama
krenya ni kitindi mba kalamta bandi mu family member do baro manke.
Whatever the situation was, if at all they had gone to court, I would have been aware of that because I'm a family man.
So are you saying that, as far as you know, they were not taken to court?
Monta ko moy nyina firanko itela londo to ima nyimmolu kitindi fereng.
No londo ta amanta kitela fereng.
It's not in by what I know, by what I am aware of. I'm certain that this court case never took place. They were not taken to court.
Has the government ever apologized to your family or compensated you for the loss of your brother?
Fodum man sakunda natale purkana alibolo sai wala kali buluma sai wala kali dani yamfola birinyin kuoketa wala purkana ka kuke kana sanga kontonga la ka kuke dimbayale Ibrahim ala saya kama fofana manke bang.
Wala monso do manke fana.
That never happened.
How do you and your family feel about the students who came out on the 10th and 11th of April to demonstrate about your brother's passing away? How does that make you feel?
Ako dindingulu mennu fintita April karotil tang anin karotil tan nin kilingo kanela kalam kamfada ni la balamba da yitandi Ibrahim ala saya kunya la karola so wo itayata nyaadi le wo yetike nyaadi la dunte sondo mola nyaadi le yedindingul la wo je nyaadi le
wodunda sono mo kono bagaldi
that got into me a lot.
But Ibrahim asunde fire service.
Because the death of Ibrahim, those responsible were the fire officers. And after that, nothing came out of it.
How do you feel that students actually died and some were injured, all because of the fact that they got up or they stood up for your brother?
Ako yenyinta nyadile, ite aje nyadile. Ko nyin talibolu menu findita teng dolu baramata dolu fata adu nyimbe I wulta I lota pour I doma la kuole kamma so sa en wala o kebaro ite woje nyaadile ani wo talibolu fon la ko yata nyaadile
asabobe katan doma la kuolti.
The reason for all of this was because of my brother.
Funa suno warta bakale.
The sadness is too much.
Bari mbadu fula dona ke ko me sembo warta to bak.
Because we are talking about one, and then another one happened, which was even more intense than the first one. That sadness is a great sadness. It's even made it such that people began to forget about my own brother's issue.
And as a police officer, how do you feel about the way service personnel, including the police and the army, dealt with the students on the 10th and 11th of April 2000?
Ko wairi ita famu polisol nin sojarol ina tamanya menke ya menke talibol April karotil tan anin karotil tan nin kilingo ita famu nata silang yewoje nyaadile
wo fitno asembo wata bakala landa tambo kata jele.
That aggression was too much. It was uncalled for.
Because
many people lost their lives. Some got wounded. Some were paralyzed.
Thank you very much, Mr. Barry. We have come to the end of your testimony. I will now hand over to the commissioners who might have questions for you, and then they might allow you to say a few words. Thank you. Mr. Chairman, over to you.
Inumbara bake Mr. Barry mbe jaila iwakilta isonta inata yenna nyinin karolu jabi commission to jang silang abela kuosa undila kadi commissioner la ini.
Do you have any questions to ask?
Ay council numbara ay tefana mbemba numbara bake Mr. Barry ay jay silang kotuta councilol lebul commissioner lebulu meni alonko ebe siring fomo be sotul economy mbe nyinin kala silang wole tutaji.
Commissioner Imam C, you have the floor.
Commissioner Imam C, wale lafte ñinin kala sayin.
Memba jërëjëf ci metit bi nga sédé ni.
Ako mbemba inumbara bake ise haketu ye dimingu men taki.
Ibrahima Bari bu ñu waxé mbiram rek day melni bisu bobu la dé.
Ako Ibrahima Bari ni ala ko fo lolu nding aka muntele ko wulum fa la fata.
Naka di ñop
akam kuya mobele
li ma doon laaj mooy ticcam bi nga xamantene moo sabab lu lii
ako silabe men ñinin kala karamundo moro ticcam men fango keta sababoti foñim be keta
moom itam naka la mujjee nguur gi
wo ticca ani ñing banko man sakunda na tala bañaadi le
ñaareel bi nak itam sa papa xamoon na lu ko boole ticcam bi ba ko yóbbu ko fire service
ako kola fanam fo ifama nata ñin lolne men keta sababoti men dunta Ibrahima ni wo ticca tema han fo wo ticca fanam be wulla kata Ibrahima Samba fire service
atel bi biñ ko baxé mo yóbbu bopam be ci kër gi wala ñoom ñoko yóbbu fofu
wo kola be kola Ibrahima fangole nata saynan suwokono a fayi adamma fodum fire service wala fangole ya sayindinan suwokono akabe wala ñinin ka kanno.
Okay. Ibrahima
It's not clear to me how he returned home. And also, what became of the teacher is also not very clear to me. Yes.
Okay, teacher be so
my father did not narrate that part to me. What he said to me it was that he was in the market and he was called to answer that Ibrahim had a problem with one of the teachers and he was taken to the fire station. What happened between him and the teacher? He did not tell me that.
Ako alama alay nemanin kafarke Ibrahima fu ala sasamba arjana.
Thank you. If there are no further questions, Mr. Barry, if you have any concluding remarks to make, please proceed. I see you shaking your head. Does that mean that you're not making any concluding remarks? Or do you have remarks to make?
Ako silang inumbara bake ila janna kana jabiro la jang. Bari hanim bi nyim bijele natara ifana yok makan soto. Ibe la fila mem fola moliye, ibe la fila men sata la jang. Isa kenole. Bara nyum fuka ajebe kuma jijala fodum wala nyinti koy malla fi kuma fola bang.
Sorry, Mr. Barry, are you okay? We've just observed that he has a headache. I'm sorry about that. I'm sure we will conclude very quickly. He wants to go. Okay, we'll give him a few moments. I don't know if we're coming back, Mr. Chairman. Oh, he doesn't?
If he doesn't have any remarks or concluding remarks to make, we will end the meeting. And or do you have remarks to make? I'm not sure. I'm really looking.
Chairman ka men fola nyinti wala ibe kumo kum fala men natara kai kuma beda ilafta men fola banko moli isa fono bari hanimbi natara ila ibe condition ibe tembe amento e malla fi fem fola fanan tanatije.
Mr. Chairman, I believe, you see, there's something. I don't know if you would like me to confer with him and just make sure that he doesn't want to give a final statement. Very well.
Mr. Chairman, I believe now would be a good time to adjourn because we have concluded and the witness is no longer coming back. Yes.
Counsel, he's not coming back at all. I just want to make sure that we conclude.
Yes, I don't believe he's in a state to come back, so I think it's best to conclude.
So that's the end of Barry's testimony.
That is the end of his testimony.
And we have another witness lined up?
Indeed, we do.
Thank you very much. We will take a 30-minute break and come back at 12. 12:45. Thank you very much. Meeting is adjourned.